All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be reviewing the Muddy Basic Camera Arm. Sorry if the wind's a little too crazy. Before we get into the review, don't forget to subscribe and like for more reviews that I'll be doing here in the future. But anyways, let's get right into the review. First, we're going to talk about pricing. I got this right at $34 off of Amazon, but I think it was at a 15% discount, but still not bad. And it's just the basic one. It's not their next level, which I think it's like right around the $50 mark. All right, guys. So if you guys are interested in purchasing this Muddy camera arm, I'll also put a link down in the description for you guys. But let's get on into it. We're going to do the unboxing to see what comes out in here first. It didn't really feel like a lot of products or a lot of items in here, but first thing that comes in here in the bubble wrap is your mount here for your fluid head, I guess. This is what you can turn whenever you have your things mounted on there. You'll have your ratchet system. That's what holds it to the tree. And the arm itself. The arm itself is already pretty much put together, guys. And what I like about this one, it is a shorter arm compared to everything else on the market, but it has like a button you can press and extend. And then this swivels around the tree basically. But let's go ahead and figure out how to put all these contents together, and then I'll see how difficult it is to mount on the tree. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and just figure this out. We're going to figure out how easy it is for you to mount this camera arm. I wanted something that I could mount, you know, in my hunting setup for the saddle that I'll be hunting out of this upcoming season. But I also wanted it to be easy to mount and dismount, so when I'm breaking down my setup. So basically, we're going to just use my tree at my front yard here. This back plate here kind of swivels around. You're going to take your ratchet. You're going to kind of open it up a little bit. And basically what you do is you're going to have these two slits on this back plate. And you'll hook one of the hooks on there. And then you'll go around the tree. And you'll hook on the other side there. Like that. Pull it tight. Oh, look at that. It's already giving me issues. There we go. I'll turn it this way. So off the bat, I'm probably going to be swapping this ratchet out for the slip button one. I feel like a lot of the clicking noises it's making might be a little too loud for when you're out in the woods. But as far as what they gave you in the package itself, this is what it is, guys. Honestly, for you mounting it is not terrible. So that's pretty much how it mounts, guys. Obviously, you're going to want to try to keep this level. I'm sorry if the wind is really windy. It's pretty windy out here. Pretty strong, actually. But like I said, this is the extended version. It is a little wobbly in the extended version, but it's got this screw once you extend it to where it tightens it down and it won't wobble here. But I feel like it'd be easier this way. So honestly, that really wasn't too hard to mount onto the tree. If I keep this ratchet style, what I'll do is probably put some stealth strips here on these hooks right here, so that way they don't clink when I'm putting it into the metal insert. And then on this, you'll just have to kind of do it slower and quietly. That way it doesn't make a lot of noise. Let's go ahead and mount the head here. Now this is a little bit difficult to go ahead and pop on all the way. It doesn't seem like it wants to. I've unscrewed this all the way out. There it goes. So that's how it goes, and then this will allow you to level it out. And pretty much once you mount your camera on here, you'll be able to swivel his arm around wherever you need it and pivot it. Quite honestly, on the difficulty to mount it, not that hard at all. All right, everyone. So also, as far as is this arm durable, it feels pretty durable. Keep in mind, like I haven't even tightened all this because I don't want it. It's not a permanent setup here. But it feels pretty durable. As far as all these bolts, it moves pretty quietly. The only thing that I've noticed is this being loud as far as the ratchet system goes. Durability, honestly, I think it's great for the price that you're paying. I don't think for that price you're gonna find something extremely durable that will last you forever. But I think if you take care of this and you just treat it, nicely, just take care of your gear, I think this muddy arm will last you a long time. Um, so as far as durability, I think for the price that you pay for, you definitely get that. Now we're gonna talk about how I think this arm performs. Like I said, guys, it moves pretty smooth here. You can tighten and loosen this bolt back here. What I would do is set this bolt where you need it, and then just use this to kind of push your arm around there. I feel like this performs really good, and the head on the front is actually really smooth. It's quiet. You could upgrade this head if you wanted to. Like in the future, you could purchase a secondary, like a different part, and just put it on here. But for now, like for what you're paying for, just for what comes in the box, it looks like it's going to be performing well. It even has a latch right here where you'll twist this and it pops off. That way you can screw your camera on easy, and then you can just put it right back and that'll hold it in place. Um, like I said, it's got the extender so you can hit every single possible angle that you want. You want to tighten this. The only thing that I will say that I've already found on this is if this button kind of passes the hole that's pre-drilled here for it to go into, this will actually fall all the way out. So just be careful, especially if you're setting up in the dark. Just keep that in mind. But overall, all right, so let's talk a little bit about the limits and basically the cons of what I found on this arm. So first off, like I mentioned in the clip before, if you press the extender and you just happen to blow past that first hole, this can fall. And if you're up in a tree, I mean, there goes your camera and everything. So just keep that in mind. The only other thing that I find it to be kind of a con is the ratcheting system. It's pretty loud, especially when you have it touching that metal base. Those metal hooks will make a clinking noise. So in the woods, if you're trying to be quiet, I would recommend stealth stripping there. But I feel like they could just include a better ratchet instead of all the noise where you're ratcheting it down and it's clicking. I feel like if they just did the basic buckle one where it wraps through and you just pull it cinched tight, I feel like that'd be a little bit easier and a lot more quieter. So definitely the ratchet system, I would probably have them upgrade. And then this button thing, and then obviously the head. But for the price, I don't expect him to throw in a super expensive head. I actually have a different head that I've bought online. It's pretty pricey, but I'm actually going to mount that here, and it should make this even better. But yeah, as far as the cons, how the extender arm goes, and I also see this probably rusting in the future. If you're out in the elements and it starts raining on you, this will probably start rusting on the inside, and I feel like this button will start getting a little bit hard for you to use. And then just the ratcheting system, I feel like that could be a little bit better. All right, guys, so the next question I asked myself before purchasing this is the value you get in the product worth the money? Honestly, I think they're targeting a lot of new hunters that are entry level hunters trying to get into the filming, and even some experienced hunters that say they don't even film their hunts, and they just want to get into self filming their hunts. I feel like that's where Muddy comes in, especially with that price point. I think it's a pretty hard arm to beat, because if you look on Amazon, it's literally this arm, and then it goes up to the next step up of the same brand, and then everything else is like $120 plus. So I feel for the value that this provides you for the price, I think it definitely meets that there. Like I said, obviously there's things it can upgrade on and improve on, but this, as far as the value it provides for me, for my price, this definitely gets a 10 out of a 10. And I'm excited to take this out and film my hunts out on public land, and even on private land if I get private land access somewhere. But definitely looking forward to taking this out and experimenting with this arm. I feel like I could definitely use this to pivot as far out and capture all of the angles that I possibly need to. So for value, again, the value that this provides for the price, it definitely meets it. That's a 10 out of 10 for me for sure. All right, thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed this review on this camera arm, I try to keep reviews short and simple and kind of straight to the point. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe down below, drop a like button. I'll be making many more reviews on different hunting products that I have purchased to set up for the hunting season coming up. I've got a saddle setup that I purchased. I've got climbing sticks that I purchased. If you want to see the review on the Fluval head that I purchased online that I will be mounting on here, just comment down below that you want to see that, and I'll definitely make that review there. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like, and leave your comments down below if you use the Muddy arm, if you do use it, if you modified it to make it a little bit better or anything like that. But anyways, until next time, hopefully you enjoyed the video.